أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الغوي الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. Blessings be upon you, O Abu Abdullah Hussain, Ya Hussain. In Ali Akbar, the moon's radiant gleam, the grandson of the messenger, in his noble esteem, with Haidar's might and Hamza's brave heart, he embodied honor, dignity and sheen, luminance. From Hussein's grace, he inherited light, as Muhammad's luminance shone so ever bright, mirroring a reflection so unique in walk, in talk, a perfection. His shining presence, like the moon's soft glow, marched to the battlefield with certitude, with a sword wielded in his hand. He fought for truth, a beacon of honor, loyalty and might. In the previous sermon, we spoke about the prior Shia, and we spoke about the Shias of the hill, those Shias that were on the hillside beside to Karbala, observing the battlefield as Imam Hussain, blessings be upon him, was being killed and massacred. Where the soldier from the army of Umar ibn Sa'd would say, you are raising your palms towards the sky, wishing victory for Al-Hussain, blessings be upon him, whilst you are observing him being killed, being cut to pieces. The man would beg, get down from the mountain. What are you doing? They'd say, no, we want to save ourselves. Nonetheless, they remained in prayer, praying for Imam Hussein's victory. Brothers, I know these type of topics are not for these type of nights and not for this type of audience. I can see that there is people not very intrigued on such topics, but I have a vision. This methodology has a vision. This uprising that we rose with has a vision. And if you do not understand it, if you do not understand Karbala and this vision, then you will benefit exactly nothing from this majlis. This majlis doesn't want to just give biographies or just give stories that you will forget after you leave this hall. No. This majlis aims to plant in your heart seeds. Seeds to serve you, the Imam of your time, blessings be upon him. I beg of you to open your minds, open your eyes, open your hearts, listen very carefully to these researches, so that one day you may be, insha'Allah, one who your Imam depends upon for his uprising. We learnt that the Shias of the hill were praying for the Imam of their time, Imam Hussain, as he was being killed and massacred with his family. Blessings be upon them. They did nothing. They watched the Imam die and they did nothing. And in the previous sermon, we reflected that state on us today. Us today, we are very much almost in an identical position, where we are praying for the hastening of the reappearance of our 12th Imam, blessings be upon him. Yet what are we doing? Practically nothing. Where if I was to ask individually, all of you who are sitting now here, all of you, and say, what are you doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to serve the Imam of your time in his cause to uprise? What are you doing? We all will say nothing. Let's be honest here. We all will be saying the same thing. We reflected this state on our position here today. And a question posed. A question became apparent. What is this question? Is that okay? We understand that we are doing nothing. We understand that we have neglected our oath and we are unfulfilling to the Imam's covenants. However, what is it that we can do? There is only so much in our hands, right? We can't uprise, can we? Can we go ahead and uprise and do movements and so on forth? This is unfeasible, one would argue. What is in our hands that we can apply to activate that oath? We understand that we have neglected the oath. However, what we are seeking an answer to is how may we oblige ourselves to that oath as well as activate the covenant upon us via activity. What can we do practically on the field? Here, I will launch with you a new fraction to our research, to this series, which is that our Imams, blessings be upon them, out of the 12th Imam, or 12 Imams, blessings be upon them, who are of Shia faith, of the Shia faith, how many of them rose? Who can tell me? How many of the 12 Imams, blessings be upon them, rose, uprose? How many? 2. 2 is the answer. 2. Who are they? The first is Ali ibn Abi Talib, blessings be upon him, for he rose. And the second is Hussain. Hussain. These are the 2 Imams who rose out of the 12th imams or 12 imams that the Shia faith considers to be divine successors. Let's go and study the events of this uprising of these two imams. Did they uprise from themselves? Did they initiate their uprising out of nowhere? Or was it that people congregated and went to them for an uprising? Did they initiate their uprising themselves, or did they rise after the people resorted to them, finding the foundation to their uprising, felicitating the ground, that which they can rise upon? We narrated before you this narration in the night of Muslim ibn Aqil, and here I will be narrating it again. Please pay attention. Kitab al-Irshad, page 309. The letter of Imam Hussain, blessings be upon him, to the people of Kufa. He says, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, from Hussain bin Ali, to the people of belief and Islam. You are the people of belief and Islam. Amma ba'd. Hani and Sa'd have brought me your letters. They are the last two of your messengers who have come to me. I understand everything which you have described and mentioned. The majority saying there is no Imam over us, which is our situation today. Our Imam is an occultation. He is not over us in the sense that he is ruling us, in the sense that he is in control of us. No, we don't have an Imam. We don't have an Imam because maybe we are undeserving of that. Maybe this is the strike that we spoke about in the first episode and in the second lecture. Maybe this is the strike that the Imam alayhi salam has striked us with. Yes, his occultation, his ghaibah, because we are unworthy of his presence. I understand everything which you have described and mentioned. The majority saying there is no Imam over us. Therefore, come, through you may Allah unite us on the truth and guidance. Hence, the Imam says, I am sending to you my brother and cousin and my trusted representative from my household, Muslim, son of Aqil. If he writes to me, that's your opinion, or the opinion of your leaders and men of wisdom and merit among you are united in the same way as your messengers have described, and as I have read in your letters, then I will come to you speedily, insha'Allah. For by Allah, or for by my life, the Imam cannot be except one who judges by the book and upholds justice, one who rules by the religion of truth, and one who imprisons themselves before Allah's essence. Wassalam. What does the narrator say? Al-Hussein, peace be upon him, then summoned Muslim ibn Aqil and ordered him to observe piety. Number one, observe piety. Do not disobey Allah. Do not commit haram. To observe piety before Allah the Exalted, conceal his affair, and to be mannerly. And that if he saw that people are united and had committed themselves to order, then he is to write to him of that promptly. In Arabic, the narrator says, وَأَمَرَهُ بِتَقْوَى اللَّهِ وَكِتْمَانِ أَمْرِهِ وَاللُّطْفِ فَإِنْ رَأَى النَّاسِ مُجْتَمِعِينَ مستوثقين. مستوثقين. Put a line under this word. عجل إليه بذلك. مستوثقين. استوثق. What is the meaning of مستوثقين? What is the meaning of this word? It means اجتمع, انتظم, وضبط. In English, the Arabic definition of the word مستوثقين or استوثق means assembled, organized, put in order, and well arranged. ضبط. Well arranged. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That Muslim ibn Aqil was a mere messenger, or was he sent as a military leader? Was he sent to prepare Kufa, find the correct ground for the uprising of the Imam, blessings be upon him? It is the latter, not the former of him being a mere messenger. No. But he was obligated to form Kufa as a military ground for the Imam, peace be upon him, to rise. So this was the secret here. It's that Imam Hussain, blessings be upon him, did not rise initiating from himself, but rather the people. The people wrote to him in letters, 2,000 in number, some narrations say, promising him over 100,000 swords. So he sent Muslim ibn Aqil to Kufa to prep Kufa as a military ground, so that when he comes, he leads the thousands. And not only prep it as a military ground, but form the ranks, form the army. You are on the heart, you are on the right wing, you are on the front, you are on the left wing, you are on the rear end or rear end of the army. Form the lines. This is what Imam al-Hussain, blessings be upon him, prepped for. This is why Imam al-Hussain, blessings be upon him, rose. Let's go now to Imam Ali, blessings be upon him. Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, when he took power, when the when the government was founded under him or became under his command, he was always a Khalifa. He was always the successor of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But when the people came to him to rule, to take the commands of this ummah, did he initiate it from himself, or did the people come to him? Who here knows? The people came to him. The people came to him. After the revolution of the Muslims, the Islamic revolution against Uthman ibn Affan, where Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr led 600 men from Egypt to besiege the house of Uthman ibn Affan, and Hukaym ibn Jabala came from Basra in 200 men or 300 men and besieged the house of Uthman ibn Affan, and Malik al-Ashtar al-Nakhai came with 300 or 200 men, 400 men to house or besiege the house of Uthman ibn Affan. This Islamic revolution against this tyrant, may Allah's damnations be upon him. Uthman had corrupted the ummah, has defiled and desecrated and dishonored the reputation of our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wa alihi with his actions. Hence why the Muslims uproared and besieged his house. After the besiegement, after Uthman was killed, which between two brackets, now that I speak about Uthman and his killing, I hear some clowns in Speaker's Corner and these really children, these nescient fools, these monkeys in Speaker's Corner and the rest of these social media figures getting a bit brave. They start to get a little bit brave. They're starting to insult and use foul language. One guy, his height is that of a palm tree, but his intellect is that of a goat. And the other man, an intellectual midget really, almost like a chihuahua, the chihuahua of Speaker's Corner. I'm sure you know who I mean. His face even, subhanAllah, reminds me of the devil. Ayadhan billah. This guy, he can't shut up, yani. He's getting brave, this guy, this child, really, in a man's body. This deformed creature is starting to get brave. What does he say? He says, Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, is ayadhan billah, a coward. Your father is a coward. Imam Ali is a coward? No, your father Uthman, he's the coward, son of the coward. Who didn't defend his wife? Who? Tell me. You want to say Imam Ali alayhi salam? You want to say Imam Ali alayhi salam, really? Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, was the one who grabbed Umar, may Allah's damnations be upon him, from his collar, lifted him up, then struck him onto the ground, hurled him onto the ground, crushed his face with his feet, planted his knee on his neck, pinned him down where Umar was struggling to breathe. He would say, help me, help me. And no one would help him until Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, lifted his feet off of him, obeying the promise of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, and observing his will. Imam Ali didn't defend his wife. He crushed Umar's face the moment he entered into the house. I don't want to hear you get your tongues longer than necessary. You may preserve your rights. We give you your right to speak, those who are opposing to our faith. You may speak, you may object to the Shia faith, as we speak with the non-Shias of our, of the regulars who debate us and speak with us with the utmost respect and the utmost mutual esteem and regard. We give you the right to object. We give you the right to pose questions. But the moment you get rude, then we have other words to say. And believe me, we know exactly how to respond to you in a way that will really break your spine. For Aisha is not something that we can, be quiet on. No, we can speak about Aisha. We can speak about your mother. We can speak about Abu Bakr. We can speak about Umar. Yes, and we can also speak about Uthman, who watched his wife, ayadhan billah, being sexually abused, and he did nothing. Yes. Don't get rude before we use words that will hit your spine hardly. For the coward who didn't defend his wife was Uthman ibn Affan, the man who entered into his house by the name of Humran, and ayadhan billah, touched the rear end of his wife, and he did nothing. And he even said words which I will not mention on the pulpits. It's not befitting that I mention it. One can read it, it's in Al-Tabari. Fix yourselves. Know very well who you're dealing with. Don't get brave on a weak. Wallahi, the weakest people, the foxes get brave on a lion, and on a lone lion. Even the weak from us can deal with you, except that they don't have bravery. That's their issue. They're not brave enough. That is the issue. Otherwise, let you face someone who knows his matter. Let you face someone who knows even the basic matters of his faith. Watch how he does. Watch how he deals with you. Time has taken over us. I am forced here to postpone this research with you to the later night. The moral of this research, dear brothers, the moral of this research is to understand that our Imam, blessings be upon him, the Imam of our time, requires people of service, requires people to rise for him to uprise. Similar to Abu Abdullah al-Hussain and similar to Ali Amir al-Mu'mineen, blessings be upon him. Malik al-Ashtar played the role to Imam Ali's coming and uprising. It was him who carried the people to Imam Ali's obedience and bay'ah. Yes, he is the one who grabbed Talha from his ear and brought him before the Imam, forcing him to pay allegiance. What does that tell you? That tells you that it is the pattern of our Imams, blessings be upon them, that the people go to them, then they uprise. They never once initiated a uprising from themselves. Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, it was Malik al-Ashtar who carried the revolters, all the revolters who came against Uthman, the coward, and then forced them to pay allegiance to the Imam alayhi salam. Muslim ibn Aqil was that man who found the grounding for Imam Hussein's revolution, building the ranks, building the ropes and rows of soldiers. Our Imam, the Imam of our time, blessings be upon him, requires similar measures to be had. The Imam of our time also requires people to rise for his cause before his uprising. What? There is an uprising before the uprising of our Imam, blessings be upon him? Yes, there is. And their uprising will be the foundation that our Imam, blessings be upon him, rises upon. The secret to that is bravery, understanding, being fierce upon your opponent, having understanding in religion, observing the characteristics that are mentioned in the narrations of the characteristics of the companions of Hussein, blessings be upon him, and our Imam, the awaited. رهبان في الليل ليوث في النهار. They are monks at night, but lions during the day. The secret to understanding the Imam's revolution and uprising is firstly understanding Karbala. First, understand Karbala properly. Learn of these areas in that battle, in that event, where others may not speak of it. Other than the people of this school, under His Eminence Shaykh Al-Habib, I feel do not carry this endeavor. They would maybe spend the Muharram nights in doing, inshallah, amazing lectures and sermons, saying the stories of the companions of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain, mentioning the stories of Abu Abdullah al-Hussain and what's happened to him, speaking about certain relevant matters, speaking about certain modern matters maybe, and so on and forth. However, I don't see that they may plant that seed, the seed of fire, the seed that which grows inside you, a heated fire to serve your Imam, blessings be upon him. To be like those companions, like Malik al-Ashtar, who carried the revolters to obey Imam Ali, blessings be upon him, hence why he rose. It is the characteristics of Malik al-Ashtar that we should follow. Being fierce upon the enemy. It is narrated, and here I am forced to postpone this research to a later time. Tonight is the night of Ali Akbar. And in his honor, we must resort to his remembrance. It is he who was forceful against the enemy. However, with certainty in his faith, with certainty in his religion. Hence why you cannot be servants of your Imam, blessings be upon him, and those who the Imam depends upon for his uprising, except that you are filled with clarity and certitude. Your heart has been untouched by doubt, as the narrations speak of those who will stand with our Imam, blessings be upon him, from his companions. Ali al-Akbar, blessings be upon him, is narrated that he went to the Imam, his father, and said, "My father, may Allah have mercy on you." Rather, it is narrated that Imam al-Hassan, blessings be upon him, or Imam al-Hussain, blessings be upon him, was still marching towards Karbala until he reached the area of a certain area close to Karbala, where he ordered his companions to camp in the night. So he, blessings be upon him, uplifted his tent and laid his head to rest and slept for a while. Then later woke up, crying, blessings be upon him. Our Imam, blessings be upon him, was having a rest on the march to Karbala. Then suddenly he woke up in tears. Please imagine the scene with me. He woke up in tears. The Imam is crying. Ali Akbar is right beside him. Ali Akbar says, "Father, what makes you tearful? Why are you crying? May God not make tears fall from your eyes." Imam, blessings be upon him, responds, "My son, it is a time where dreams do not deceive. It is revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." He says, "I saw a night." He saw a dream. He says, "I saw a night on a horse approaching me, saying, 'O Hussein, you have hastened your journey, and death hastens to you. And death hastens to you towards paradise.'" His son said to him, "O father, are we not on the right path? If we are on the right path, then there is no harm in dying. Are we not on the right path?" Imam al-Hussain, blessings be upon him, said, "Yes, by Allah, we are." The Imam, or Ali al-Akbar, then replied, "Then we shall not fear death. We shall not fear death if we are upon the right path." Then the Imam, blessings be upon him, said, "May God reward you, my son, with the best reward a son can receive from his father. Clarity, certitude, be upon basira. The key to serving your Imam, blessings be upon him." And as I have said, I know this type of topic is not really the most engaging topic for some audience. But to serve your Imam, the Imam of your time, you have to be upon clarity and certitude. You have to be upon fierceness against your enemies. It is described that Malik al-Ashtar, blessings be upon him, was shadid. وَكَانَ عَلَى عَدُوِّنَا شَدِيدًا نَاقِمًا. He was fierce and hard and brutal upon the enemies of Allah and the enemies of His Messenger and the enemies of Ali ibn Abi Talib, blessings be upon him. So hence, be like him. Be like Ali Akbar, blessings be upon him, who when he marched towards the battlefield with the utmost strength and fierceness in fighting the enemies of Allah, saying, I am Ali, son of Hussain. I am Ali, son of Hussain, son of Ali. We are by Allah more worthy of the Nabi, of the Prophet. By Allah, we shall never be ruled by the son of the whoreson. With the swords we shall defend, and I strike like a young Hashimi. It is narrated that Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, blessings be upon him, raised his eyes towards the skies and raised his 2 index fingers, looking towards the sky, saying, O Allah, bear witness against these folks. For the man who looks most like your messenger Muhammad in his physique and manners and eloquence has come out to fight them. Whenever we miss seeing your prophet, we would turn our eyes towards him. O Allah, deprive them of the blessings of this earth, create dissension among them, and make them into many parties, and let the rulers be never pleased with them. For they have invited us to support us, then they transgressed upon us and fought us. Al-Akbar, in the resemblance of the chosen one, came slain, alive, extinguished. To the tents of the women, sorrow, behold, sorrow beheld, wails echoed, as hearts break and tears unbound. Zainab the eldest, her voice filled with pain, cried out, her anguish and relentless strain, tears flowed ceaseless from her eyes, a river of sorrow, her spirit mournfully cries. Layla, the mother of Ali. Layla, hasten, this is Ali struck on the ground, resembling the guided one, resembling the guided one, Mustafa. La ilaha illallah. Amidst her mourning, she drags her somber ground, lost in tears and sorrow, her spirit is casted down. Al-Hussain, her father, Ruqayya screams, grief-stricken and frail, as she attaches herself to the veil. Indeed, we belong to Allah, and to Him we return. Inna min al-mujrimeen muntaqimun. La hawla wa la